Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our channel. This is S'more Camping with Bobby and Katie. I'm Bobby,
I'm Katie.
and we're coming to you here on Halloween weekend from Dupont Campground in Hendersonville, North Carolina. And this is our first time camping here. We had a lot of good reviews, read a lot of good reviews on it. Had some folks tell us that we need to check it out. Only about an hour from home, so we thought we'd check it out. Here is the sign for the campground, and we're going to go ahead and take you through here and take a little walk, a little stroll, and kind of let you see what this campground has to offer. So the only ding to the campground so far that we've found, we've been here one night so far, but it's right next to this busy 2-lane road, but you know, not a huge deal, but you can hear a little bit of traffic from the campground here. So there's how many sites total? I know there's 17 full hookup sites, but they've also got some glamping yurts that they offer here. Now to the left here, this is the Isaac's Way loop, and that one is showing as a private loop, so that's probably residential camping right there.
That's
7 sites in that loop, and like I said, I think that's residential or yearly camping.
So we're not going to show that.
We're not sure, yeah. So we're not going to bother those folks. Here to the right is Sherry's Trail. There's 6 sites in this loop here, and apologize for the noise here. They are blowing leaves around the campground. Just want to say that this campground is relatively new. It is a beautiful campground. It's laid out very nice. The facilities are super new, super clean. Bathhouses. Again, I apologize for the noise. We would take you down through that loop right there, but we may have to hit that on the way back because they're blowing leaves like crazy. So there are some dedicated tent sites over here in this loop that are actually on wooden decks. Now, the sites here in Sherry's Loop, I believe, are only water and electric, correct? So this right here is technically the old cabin loop, is that right? This is the loop that we're on. Give you a little better view of this, of the tent site over here. That one's not occupied at the moment, or it doesn't look like it is, so. And just to give you a heads up, these sites are not really numbered in order. So I'll let this car go by right here. We're thinking that may be the owner right there. This is site 301 right here. It's a back end site. Now there are 17 sites on this loop right here. They are all full hookup, power, water, and sewer. Most all these sites here in the campground part are back end sites. We actually reserve the only pull through in the whole campground. To your left here is the bathhouse. Probably the nicest bathhouse I've ever seen in any campground that we've stayed in. This is our site right here, site number 160, with all of the spooky season decorations going on. Everybody say hello to Francine. She's just kind of chilling, literally. All right. The bottom of the bathhouse here, they have a dedicated little nook right there to purchase firewood. I think it's they have a cash drop box or Venmo to purchase. I think they're $13 a bundle.
You can also bring your own wood.
Yeah, you can also bring your own wood as well, though. But make sure it's good wood. Okay. So going down the loop here, you can kind of see some of the landscaping. It's a dumpster for the trash drop. Coming up on site number 190 right here. And like I said, these sites were really in no particular order, so they're just kind of sporadically numbered. There's site number 206 to the right. Site number 216 there to the right. I'd kind of like to know exactly when this campground was constructed. It doesn't seem like it's very old at all. And I think they're doing some, or they're planning some future expansion. I think they're going to put a pond in here. I think they're going to try to put some more sites in here at some point. All right, right here you've got site number 251. Now that's a fairly large site for big rigs. Yeah, it's a very open site. Now, yeah, you've got a little cubby, a little turnaround right there. Pull off. Extra parking for guests. Right next to it is site number 263. Another large site. Okay, right here is a nice open site, site number 273. And coming up here on our bathhouse. And guys, I'm going to take you in here and show you the restroom. It's one of those you have to see it to believe it kind of deals. Super nice bathhouse. Hey guys, good morning. Had to show them the bathhouse. It was one of those see it to believe it type things. Yeah, you have a kind of partition there in the middle of the men's and women's restroom. That there's a staircase on the other side to go down to the lower level. And as you can see, actually see our campsite from up here. Right there at site 160. Even got a basketball hoop right there if you want to hoop somebody up while you're camping. Right here you have a dump station for obviously for your sites with only power and water. But nice little dump station just beyond the bathrooms. Also want to mention, guys, we're only about we're less than a mile from Dupont State Park over here in Hendersonville, next to Bridal Veil Falls, Hooker Falls, Triple Falls, all the falls.
That'll be our next hike later today.
Yeah, we're going to take a hike up there a little later and check that out. Here we have site number 313. Like I said, all these sites are back in. I will say, you know, some are more level than others. Ours was not completely level, but we got it to work. But I've seen worse sites. I've camped at worse sites, trust me. And like I said, all these sites are back in except for the one pull through that we're in this weekend. Site 339 right here. And here's another little parking area, little cubby, little pull off for extra parking for guests, turnarounds, so to speak. Okay. Coming up on site 377.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all? Got some, I don't know if these are actual little trails or what those are for, but looks interesting. Okay, on the right here we have site number 396. And of course across from it, site 395.
Good morning.
Site 406 to the right here. The fifth wheel. It's a pretty puppy. And that's 407 right there. And then again there's 406 with the fifth wheel. Site 418. Now it's vacant, so I'm going to take you into 418 right here and kind of show you what these sites look like. The one thing I like about these sites is they all are, of course, full hookup, these 17 sites at least, but all of your hookups are right there within a few feet of one another. So you got your power, your water, and your sewer right there that are close together. They're not spread out. And obviously all these sites have a fire ring. This one actually has a fire ring on a pad and a picnic table. All gravel sites. site number 417, right across the road here, is really one of my favorite sites that I've seen in this campground. It's looks fairly wide, spacious. It's deep, and looks to be fairly level. So we're going to go back up here, since they're not blowing leaves anymore here, and take you through Sherry's Loop. And again, that's going to be electric and water hookups only. How many sites did you say were in this loop? 6? Maybe? 6 sites. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but way up there, there's like a bright green building. That is the canteen for the campground here. They offer short order food and drinks and hot cider and ice cream and all kinds of good stuff. But they're not open year round, so I have to check and kind of see what those, what those seasonal hours are. And I know they weren't open this weekend, because I went up there and checked earlier when we first got here. I was hoping to get some hot cider for Halloween, but we had some hot chocolate last night while we watched scary movies, so just as good. Okay, so again, this is Sherry's Loop.
So it says that tents, vans, small campers.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is not a big rig friendly loop. This is for your smaller RVs and tents at site number 42. And again, since this one is vacant, I'll kind of show you that Sherry's Loop here is only power, yes, electric and water. So you got power and water, and that's it. This one's kind of cool because you got steps that lead up to your firing that's up there kind of on a hill. So that's kind of neat. Again, this is site 42. Next to 42, you have site number 28. And where that red and white retro camper is. Across from 28, you have site number 35. And this is a neat site. You have that little wooden deck out there for your tent, or if you wanted to put your RV in here, you could just kind of hang out there on the deck. That's really cool. Give you a better look at that. So we'll let this truck go by here real quick. Oh, so they're pulling the retro camper. That's a cool looking little camper. All right, we have site number 29 right here to the right. Site number 21 here next to 29. That is they got their tent set up back there. Again, that's site number 21. And the last site on this loop, in no particular order, is site number 15. And again, that's they've used the deck back there for their tent pad, which is really perfect if you think about it. So So we're going to make the loop back around here to our site. Again, this campground is really laid out nicely. It was done right. You know, you see so many campgrounds that are constructed, private campgrounds at least, that you just kind of wonder what they were thinking when they when they designed them and laid them out. But this one was really done right. And
we couldn't find any videos on this campground.
no,
so
we could not. No,
hopefully this one helps you at least a little bit.
yeah, because we searched YouTube high and low before we made this reservation and couldn't find anything. And so we certainly hope that this kind of will help you guys make an assessment before you head this way. But this is obviously a great time to. This is my favorite time of year to camp in the fall to begin with. But you know, the leaves are absolutely gorgeous over here. You can see there. I mean, obviously we're past peak color season, but it's still really pretty. And oh, we lost an eyeball. Eyeball down. Francine was supposed to be our eyeball wrangler, but she's obviously sleeping on the job here. So, but and like I said again, our site is site number 160. I'll give you kind of a better idea of how it's laid out. Like I said, this is the only pull-through site in the campground. It's a nice site. The only kind of ding or downfall to pull-throughs is if they're close to the road, then you don't really have a lot of width in the site, so it's more of a narrow site. I mean, obviously the fire ring's all the way over there to the edge of the bank, but like I said, we can't complain. This is a nice campground. So with that being said, we hope you have enjoyed this video. We'll try to include some more information on the video. We didn't get up there to the yurts. They have how many yurts do they have? I can't remember, but there's quite a bit of yurting here. I don't glamp, so I'm not really keen on how that works. I know they're just fancy cabins, but they do have quite a few of those yurts to offer as well. That's kind of right next door to the campground, kind of up a little higher there on the hill. Like I said, they do have a canteen. Oh, let me also mention it that there is not an office here in the campground. It's just basically a book your reservation and come to your site kind of deal. It's all online. There are numbers on there to call if you have any issues. But other than that, yeah, there's no office to check in at, no check-in site, none of that. So with that being said, we'll include some more information here in the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed the walkthrough here, and hopefully it helped a little bit. And this is only the third video of our channel, so we're still getting the hang of this thing, but we hope that you'll like and subscribe to our channel and join us for the next adventure. So until next time, I'm Bobby.
I'm Katie.
We'll see you guys on the road. Hey guys, we're back here with a short video on the yurts here at Dupont Campground. Like I said, they're right up from the campground, right next to it. And we're going to do just a quick ride through of this section. So here at the entrance, they have this little canteen area where they sell refreshments, craft beer, ice cream. They got a little patio area right there. And like I said in the other video, they are seasonal, so they're closed right now. But you have an ice machine, a little bit of everything up here. And we'll ride on up here to the loop that has the yurts. I think that's essentially what this campground is known for, are their yurts. I think the yurts were here first, and then they added on the campground, the RV sites, a little later. But first one here to the right is the Cascade, number 30. Next one to the left up here is the Ridgeline, this navy blue one. Looks like these all come with front and a back deck with picnic table and chairs. There's the bridal veil right in front of us there, number 67. And we're not going to drive over here to the Buckhorn, but it's right here to the left of us. I don't know if you can see that, but it's the Buckhorn. It's like a blue color over there. And I think that's all of them. I think there are about six of them. And like I said, they do have nice decks attached to them with a picnic table and look like lounge chairs. Obviously fire pits. Looks like they have Adirondack chairs out around the fire pits. So just wanted to give you a quick ride through the loop here with the yurts. If you have interest in booking those, if you want to glamp a little bit, and we'll see you guys again soon. Thanks a lot.